Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to get into some more comments and questions from my YouTube channel. If you want your question answered, drop a comment on any video and maybe leave your IGN, because if I answer your question in a video like this, I will send you a thank you afterwards. We do this once or twice a week, so drop your comments on any video. I'll do my best to see them, especially the ones that really have some meat on the bones. I try to grab those. Today I didn't pre-arrange any questions. I just am gonna attack the comment section and see what's there. So we'll figure that out together. Before I get into that though, my name is Dwayne Cunningham and I go by Infidel1258. You can just call me 12. Okay guys, let's get it. I read the first three here before I clicked record, and they were so, sometimes the questions are very thematic. It is often 5 or 6 people wondering almost the exact same thing or variations on the same question, but here it felt so different and disparate. So that was enough for me to say, okay, we got to record a video and see where this goes. But that's one of the things I say in these videos quite commonly, is that when you have a question, it's never just you that's wondering. And it's so true, because it is interesting how I see these themes in the comments, because really it's a whole community of people that are often wondering the same issue. First, Hendrik says, isn't it nice that you can realistically level up some of the reward cards just by playing the game? I do think that's really cool. I really do. And in this game, I opened 20 chests and I started to explain my new plan with Splinterlands. I'm going to be fighting at Gold, Diamond, and Champion this season with 3 different accounts. Sorry. I'm going to be fighting at Gold, Diamond, and Champion with 3 different accounts, and striving to really take advantage of those lower level rewards, because I really think the greatest ROI is available at the lowest levels. Now, hear me, that doesn't mean that you're going to get the best rewards at the lowest levels. Gold is going to pay you less than Champion, but Gold takes far less CP to fight at, therefore less initial investment, therefore better ROI, return on investment. You 100,000 collection power to fight at Gold, and you can get amazing rewards for that. $50 or $60 or $70,000 to fight a Champion and compete really at a high level there. And those rewards are great, but that's a huge investment. So I do think it's really neat that the lower level play, silver, bronze, gold, is going to give you significant cards in these, at least like it is right now. I don't know if it's going to continue to be that way. The developers have hinted that they're going to tweak something with the rewards, because they want to, even today in the town hall, which is June 20th, they spoke about wanting to rearrange things, or at least I think Hardpoint put it this way: they want to incentivize consolidation of assets so that people who have a lot of assets in the game are receiving significant rewards. That was always the focus for this new reward system, and yet I don't think that that's where we landed. And so it seems clear to me from Hardpoint's language, if you listen to it, that is they do have some concerns probably around the bronze and silver level rewards. That doesn't mean that this conversation goes away. I still think we're going to have realistic opportunities to level up cards by playing the game, and I love it. I'm trying to speak holistically about this conversation, because the opportunity to receive reward cards for your play is really powerful right now in June 2022. But if they tweak things about how bronze and silver pay out, maybe that formula begins to change or move towards it being less profitable at those lower levels. Right now, I love it. And you can get tons of cards by playing in silver or bronze or gold. And all of you who have extra time should take that seriously, because I think this is a life-changing opportunity, because I really believe these NFTs that we're receiving for our time and attention are worth far more than their price tag implies. I think the intrinsic value of the token is based on its future earning potential, and that comes out of the development of land that's coming, the modern versus wild, the reward opportunities, the rental opportunities that are going to come as bots come online, because they're still going to come online for these amazing rewards. Plus, as land requires farming monsters and summoners, you're going to see that there's a supply decline in all monsters and summoners, which is going to mean that price appreciation on the sale, but also the rental probably. And so I've got huge hopes for the future. And so I say take advantage while you can of these amazing lower level rewards. And then Make 850 Daily says, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Jim Rohn. So I'm going to say that this feels like a bot comment. If I'm wrong, and this is not awesome, but this just feels like I just have my doubts. I have my doubts. I've never seen this person on my YouTube channel. I love that there's a comment of some substance on this video, which is more just a comment from my heart as opposed to Splinterlands specific content. In this video, I talked about I've been scammed in crypto before, and somebody asked me in the audience, hey Dwayne, what have you learned from those sorts of moments in your history? And I got into how that I learned from that, but also more broadly how I think we humans learn from both from suffering of all kind, whether it's financial or physical, and whether it's like yourself or it's the ones you love. My little girl who has a special, significant disorder and has some real challenges with epilepsy. God's used it to really open my eyes about the opportunity to be grateful in whatever moment you've got, because you probably walk through today thinking you've got as many days as you imagine, as many days as you want, but that's of course not true. We get X amount of days and no one knows how many, no one but God. And while we're here, it really behooves us to really be thoughtful and intentional about holding gratitude for the fact that you're here at all. And that mindset has become entrenched for me, I've gotten better at holding on to that mindset, because my daughter, initially before we met her, I thought she might die. I thought we were told by some of the experts that we spoke to that she would die the day we met her. And so she's 6 years old now, and she's amazing. And all day today, she's been smiling and laughing, and we're snuggling, and it's amazing. My kids are amazing. I love both my girls, Lumina and Hazel. They're amazing. But it's strange how we can learn in really difficult times important lessons that really transform and open our eyes to the importance of a day, of a moment. And that's what I'm speaking about. I'm not saying, I'm not exactly saying I'm glad she has that. It's more like she has it, and I wish she didn't, but then because she has, it's created this attentiveness to life that wasn't there before. And I can say it wasn't there before because I had another daughter, and I was taking her for granted. I was thinking, one day she's going to be 60, 70, 80. Why do I think that? Why do I assume I'm going to live today, let alone tomorrow or 80 years? And why do I assume that from my wife or my daughter or my aunt or my mom? Or why? Because we're just taking the moment for granted. And so I'm saying, out of the fear of loss grew this intentionality, and that's one example of how having difficulty can really open your eyes to important lessons. And I don't know if I exactly believe that this is a legitimate commenter. Daily, if you are for real, so I'd love to see some more comments on my other videos. But the sentiment shared here to me resonates as true for sure. If you don't have your own plans, if you don't make your own, if you aren't intentional with what you desire and what you're after, you're going to fall into the niche of what's left over almost. It's like you need to carve out your own path. You need to have vision and dream and plan, and that requires intentionality and forethought. And even if you choose to be passive and you don't want to do that, sort of carve your own niche, then you're going to find you fall into a certain rut. So it's like carve your own niche or fall into a rut. So I like that. And if you are for real, I'd love to see more comments. So drop a comment on this one. Freedom is the goal says, will Splinterlands die? And this is on the back of a video I did for Bitcoin Dead. What about SPS and DEC? I mean, you guys know, if you like, I've never seen Freedom comment before, so I'm going to say he's new to the channel. I'm not sure he's subbed even, but I certainly don't think Splinterlands is going to die. I mean, I talk about in all my videos that I think this game has it's both entertaining and an opportunity, which means it's fun to play, but it also has a future. And I think the development is heading in the right direction. I think the team is transparent and capable. I think that is enough to then say, okay, well, I'm going to play and I'm going to invest my time and attention so that I receive those rewards we talked about, which are meaningful, and that they can be added up over a long enough time horizon, say 3, 4, 5 years, just playing a game, having fun with it. It's going to accumulate these cards that we talked about in the first comment. And that's going to translate into a portfolio of non-fungible tokens that are yours to rent or sell or use. And that's the exciting thing. So I don't think it's going to die. It survived the last bear market. I don't know why it would suddenly die now that they've got even more funding, right? They've sold a bunch of Chaos Legion packs. They've sold land. They've sold a ton of different assets. So they've got even more finances backing them now, more partnerships now, more vision and ability to execute on that vision now than they ever did before. So I don't know why they would die. I think, in fact, things look better than they ever have. I've never been more bullish on Splinterlands because of all of the things I just outlined, but also because, like I said, I'm enjoying the game. And so for those reasons and more, I'm like just doubling down. Like I bought 2.5 million DEC the other day. I'm just going to sit on that until the airdrop ends. In the meantime, I'm going to be collecting a lot of airdrop points. And if you put 2.8 million airdrop points, you can see that you're going to get roughly, where is it? I'm going to get 6,300 SPS by the end of the airdrop. And at 5 cents each, that's $322. And the DEC cost me $1,800. So I spent $1,800 on DEC, and I'm going to get $300 back. And then at the end of the SPS airdrop, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to buy Chaos Legion packs with that. And I'm going to get 700 packs with some bonuses. I'll get up to 795 with bonuses for vouchers, which are practically free. I'm going to get these Chaos Legion packs are going to essentially end up costing me in the neighborhood of probably, $1,000 for 800 at well under $2 a pack. Why? Because I'm going to get, like I just said, I'm getting $300 worth of SPS from holding that DC. Second of all, I'm getting bonus packs, which are practically free. Third of all, I'm going to get card airdrops because I'm going to buy enough packs that I'll get at least one of each of these. I think these are going to be worth $50 each on average. Gives me $300 worth of value. So I'm talking $600 worth of freebies. And actually it's more than that because it's $300 for the free cards, $300 for the free SBS. I'm going to save with the 95 packs I'm going to get due to the vouchers, due to the discounts on the vouchers. I'm going to get, that's roughly $300 savings because the pack is worth $4. The voucher is worth 80 cents or something. And so that's probably $900 worth of savings that I'm going to get in the process of doing that. Plus I can buy these cards with one of my own affiliate accounts, which means I get some amount of credits back for the purchase. So I'm going to get 800 Chaos Legion packs for probably a financial cost of $1 a pack. So I am crazy bullish right now on this game, and I'm doubling down in a hard way because I really, really see this as a unique opportunity that in 3 years or 4 years, we're going to be kicking ourselves that we didn't take a bigger bite. I'm taking what I can reasonably do. I'm taking steps, as we talked about a moment ago, carving out my own niche so I don't fall into whatever rut. I've got a plan, I've got a vision, and I'm going to make it happen to the best of my ability. God willing, he's got my plans for me, but I'm going to do what I can to, I see an opportunity. I'm going to try and grab it. That's how I see it. So great question. Thanks for the question. How are we doing? We're up to 15 minutes. Okay. We'll try and do at least 3 more. Jeffrey Gagum says, what do you think will happen to DC after SPS airdrop? Jeffrey, I think SPS After the SBS airdrop, I think DEC will continue to fall significantly. But I'm hesitating there because I'm thinking through, like, I'm trying to think through. So it's been going down and down and down. The other day it was at 0.00075-ish. Now it's 0.00699. This means that you're getting a 30% discount if you buy this DEC with fresh fiat currency and then you put it into Chaos Legion packs through Splinterlands. You're getting a 30% discount right now on this DEC when you arbitrage it over to Splinterlands. That's amazing. But I think this probably goes down to closer to 5 because there's a ton of people holding a ton of DEC. Top holders. Then we go rich list DEC. And some of these people, like, this is, the Hive's not going to liquidate. Terra Block BSC, this is a liquidity pool. This is a cold storage. So some of these big holders, Splinters, Steam Monsters, are not going to liquidate. That's a liquidity pool. Token converter is some kind of liquidity pool. Neil McSpadden is an actual human being. He's got 22 million. Some of these players that are actually people with millions and millions are going to do what I'm doing, which is buying Chaos Legion packs. But not all of them will do that. And then the DEC is relatively meaningless at that point. So you unless you're just gonna, unless you don't care about, like, what is 10 million DEC? Let's figure this out. So that's 1 million. That's 10 million. 100,000. Yeah, it's 10 million. 10 million times. That's the price of DEC right now. So 10 million DEC is 7,000 US dollars. So everyone here, like, these are all humans, I think. Hang on. Maybe they're humans from, some of these aren't even. Like, this is probably human. Like, most of these are human. And you're talking 10 million-ish, right down to, you know, on average, right down to there. On average, because some of them are 12 million. So there's about 10 or 15 people, like from 10th position to 30th position. That's 20 people that have roughly 10 million DEC, which is 7,000 US dollars. Do they all choose to dump it into Chaos Legion? I mean, it makes sense financially that they would, because the DEC is worth a fraction of what the value of the pack is. But then the pack arguably is overvalued right now. And you can say, pack value. Chaos Legion packs are worth 226. Let's see. Chaos Legion, both potions used, no discounts. Let's say 10% off. Oh no, let's say 5% off. Because some people are going to have guild bonuses. Some people are going to have affiliate bonuses. Some people are going to have, they're going to buy bulk. They're going to buy their packs in bulk. So let's calculate. What's one pack worth? The one pack is worth 226. That's the estimated pack. And that's assuming after you use your potions and stuff, you're taking a loss. You're actually losing $2.16 to open a Chaos Legion pack. According to the math now, according to the value of commons, rares, epics, legendaries, and so on, right now. But these cards will appreciate, in my opinion, and when they do, the pack prices begin to escalate also. And that'll be a product of scarcity when the packs are no longer being listed. And so what would, these are all variables and balls in the air when you're trying to think through what will happen to DEC. Try and stick with me. It's like, will DEC go up or down? Well, there's this major factor that you're losing a ton of reason to hold your DEC once that airdrop ends, right? So that's factor number one. Factor number two is that you've got this amazing incentive over here to buy Chaos Legion packs because they're giving you an arbitrage opportunity. Plus you're getting airdropped cards. Plus you're getting, you're theoretically going to get cards in those or bonus. You can get bonus cards. You can get airdrop cards. You can get discounts because of bulk buying. You can get affiliate bonuses if you're using your second account. There's just all kinds of reasons why if you're sitting on a ton of DEC and once the airdrop ends that you would just go over here and dump it in there. It's lots of reasons why that would make sense. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's going to do it. So I do think a good number of people are going to be happy to now, they've been holding this DEC for a while, tens of thousands of dollars worth of DEC. You know, we're probably talking top 100. I'm going to say the average is something like, you know, easily the average is 7 million. Easily. 100. So I'm going to say 700 million. 7 million. And then add two zeros. There's 100,000 million. Say there's 700 million DEC in the top 100 investors. It's worth $490,000. I think a good amount of that goes towards chaos packs. But I don't believe all of it will. And if all of it did, that would mean, no, it doesn't even mean that. I was going to divide it by 4, but that's not true because they're going to give you the actual, they're not giving you the USD value, they're giving you the DEC value. So what I'm trying to convey here is that it really boils down to there's going to be three options. One, they keep holding it for no reason at all. Two, they take a real advantage of the arbitrage opportunity with the Chaos Legion packs. Or three, they liquidate using Hive Engine because why not? They've held it for months and they've taken advantage of the SPS opportunities. Now that's over, so why not sell it here and get something out of it? Even if it's at half its floor price, right? Even if it goes down to, you know, 0.0005. That's what I would imagine will happen. Because I think those guys who have millions and millions of DEC have been sitting on it for months now, and they've fully taken advantage of the SPS. So they won't care at this moment if they take a haircut on their DEC. Now, some of them, but it won't take much to really, some of those millions would move this market substantially, and that would cause DEC to move downward if a few of those big players liquidated. That's what I'm saying. So that's the three options. One, they're going to keep holding it, which makes no sense. Two, they're going to use it for Chaos Legion packs, which makes a lot of sense, but not everybody's going to want to do that. And three, if even some of them go ahead and liquidate, not really caring about the haircut because they really feel they've more than made up with it for that due to the SPS that they had, they received through airdrops and the vouchers and whatnot, then I think that's what happens. So I'm saying most of it goes to Chaos Legion packs, and you see a tick up in sales here. That's going to mean new airdrops are dropping because as we move through millions, we'll get another airdrop soon. That might spark even more purchasing. That might, you know, I think maybe 75% of that just excess DEC finds its way into here. And if we call it 700, I think I said 700 million DEC. So we go 700 million. 100, that's 700 million. 100,000 million divided by 4,000. The 175,000 Chaos Legion packs that could sell from the top 100 DEC holders. Yeah. I mean, you could see that. I could see us finishing this is what I'm saying. And in the meantime, that would spark an airdrop, which might renew some excitement around the cards, which might do it. There's too many moving parts to go beyond that. But I think I'm saying 75% of the millions of DEC out there, I bet find its way into here to take advantage of this arbitrage play before this airdrop goes. Why? Because they'll want this airdrop. And so you're going to see this exodus out of the DEC into packs because of the arbitrage play being worthwhile and because of the next airdrop coming relatively soon. But some will sell into the market and it'll drive DEC down even further, which might then incentivize even more DEC holders to say, oh man, I got to get rid of this stuff. It's useless. It's going down, down, down. And why not use it here to get the packs at the discounted rate? But then that might also have knock-on effects, right? Because if we see DEC dropping down to 0.0005, then the arbitrage play for fresh money becomes even more exciting, right? You're now, you have an option to buy $2 Chaos Legion packs, buy fresh Chaos Legion packs, because you just take $2 of US dollar and put it into DEC. If it's at 0005, you're going to get 4,000 DEC. 4,000 DEC as a pack. And so the lower this goes, the more incentivized people are to put it right into Chaos Legion packs, which would then drive those sales and trigger those legendary summoners, which I think then stops the selling of DEC and encourages buying of DEC. And so I think we're going to hover around the 6.5, but we're going to go lower. That's my prediction. Long answer, but there's so many possible variations and calculations there, and so many things to think about. Let's do 2 more, because I see Yuki's here and Phil. Phil's been around forever. Also remember land. Okay, so new cards have no value, I said. And this is just obviously like me, just clickbait comment title. I obviously think new cards are going to have lots of value. But there was a comment in this video where somebody said they're not going to have any value, and I was pushing back. So Phil says, also remember land usage of cards was not even considered in this conversation. How many cards will come off the battle arena that go to work land? Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't even know how to calculate that. There's, I think 100,000 plus of land, and as far as I understand it, you're going to be able to operate 5 monsters and 1 summoner per land plot, which is a ton of cards. I don't even know how to calculate that, but I absolutely believe he's right. That's why I didn't touch it, because it's like, how do you touch it? I don't know how to begin to quantify that. And I don't think the developers yet fully understand what they're going to do there, but his point is sound, and the land will soak up a lot of the cards, affecting the rental prices, affecting the purchase prices, and ultimately adding to the value proposition around card ownership. Great comment. Okay, one more comment from Yuki. Question, what's your thoughts on the price of CP dollar now? I think this is one indicator of card inflation in Splinterlands right now. I see $900 CP to $1. I remember 30 CP to $1 was a great deal before Chaos Legion. Yep, he's right about that. That's crazy, but he's right. Now CP worth less than 1/30th compared to last year. Yep. I think you could call this hyperinflation, and they might be printing way too many cards. What's your thought on the demand of CP in the future? Soon SPS airdrop ends. After that, no meaning of holding much CP. If you already have enough CP for your league, you play it. When modern format comes, which is going to be soon, a lot of people maybe only need half the CP, rent the Chaos Legion reward cards, change from being very well to nothing after the new rank change. Now no demand for buying rewards and renting them out because of max out cards is just a few DEC to rent, except for the shiny new reward cards. I hope this changes in the long term when we have lots more players. For now, I don't see a lot of new players coming to the game in the current economy. I still love this game. I just see some things that the team could work on or learn from. Okay, so it's a lot going on in the question, but the first thing is I want to acknowledge he's right. The CPs are really, really, really low. We go here, we go buy, we go compare. Best CP to cost ratio. Look at this. 870 CP to $1. It rapidly declines, but you can even come over here and click legendary. The legendaries are around 500. This is really, really cheap for a gold foil Heartclaw. $31. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much is it? 100,000? No, I can see. Nope, can't do it. As much as I want to. The DEC for the SPS airdrops plus the pack plan that I already outlined, so I can't. So he's right. This collection power is really inexpensive right now. And then he's also right that collection power is going to become less important once they do the modern and wild distinction. And that's coming soon. And I mean, this almost needs its own video, but Yuki, I'm going to say I will do a separate video on this. I would just say I see what your point is. I think there's lots of considerations that are going to drive card prices higher. And I do think as cards fall off the market, because you're right, the inflation the circulating supply is growing rapidly for some of these cards because of the new reward system. But that's going to mean that those cards go out of print sooner. And that's going to mean that they're going to, once they're out of print, it's, they're only being burnt. They're not being supplied. That's going to drive prices to newer highs. Now, maybe that takes months or weeks or, weeks or months or years. But I just say I'm confident that this downward trajectory is a factor of the new inflation caused by the current reward system, the lack of bots, and because they aren't yet renting, but when they do come and they are trying to get these rewards and they have to rent in order to do so or buy, that's gonna speak into your conversation, right? So it's a great topic. And I think time solves this problem. I think as we sell out of Chaos Legion packs, as some of those reward cards go away just because they've been totally printed, as bots come back and need to rent or buy cards, you start to find an equilibrium to the problems you're pointing out. But you are raising interesting and thoughtful concerns around these things, because you're right. They are, there's a lot of printing. Thanks, my dude. I'll do a separate video on that. That merits its own detailed conversation, probably a 15-minute video, I would think. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope you have an amazing day, and God bless.